Hey, what is going on, you guys? It is Mr. No Sleep here from Old School RuneScape, and welcome to a brand new video for you all today. So today I bring you guys loot from 1000 Steel Dragons, released into the game January 17th, 2005. Those being the normal Steel Dragons, and then of course we have the dragons that I killed for this video being the Catacombs of Koren dragons, and essentially these were released into the game June 9th, 2016. Just another location to kill them. There's a spawn of 2 and virtually the same exact drops, although you do get dark totems in this location. You wouldn't get that anywhere else. And there are a couple different ways to get here. This is actually the longest route to get here, so make sure not to use this. This is just kind of the safest. Here you don't have to bring a Slayer helmet with you, but the alternate route and the main one I use for this video, you'll see the next time I bank. And when you run that way, you do have to bring a Slayer helm with you. So the inventory for this video is pretty simple. Just a Slayer helmet and a teleport to bank, 2 prayer potions, an anti-fire, and a super combat potion. Since I was killing dragons, I did go with the best in slot dragon killing weapon, the Dragon Hunter Lance, only at a price of 81 mil, so it's very affordable compared to what it used to be. And since this alt does have a decent amount of money now, I did have a set of full bandos alongside the Dragon Fire Shield and Nezi helmet. Could have had better boots, gloves, and a helmet, but there's really no need to go all out if you're just going to be killing steel dragons. Did also have the option to use Piety during this video, you know, maximize those kills per hour, but I really just went with protect from melee and preserve, and I would just rely on the super combat to make sure that I hit as high as I could. The way I was tracking the loot for this video was just by picking up every single bone. You know, you can also pick up the steel bars, but seeing as they drop so many steel bars in one kill, and the price is only 380 per bar, even though they drop 5 at a time, I really don't think it's worth picking them up and banking so often. So yeah, really wouldn't go advise you to do that, but maybe there's Iron Men out there who need a lot of steel bars for some reason, so you know, these are known for dropping a lot of those. The max hit with melee from these dragons is a 24, and with Dragon Fire it is a 50, so whether you're going to bring an anti-fire or extended or superior anti-fire sip, you know, not bring the DFS, that's really up to you. I just always think Dragon Fire Shield's worth bringing. It's a really good shield, really good for tanking, and really good strength bonus as well. Obviously the goal for this video was to see just how much profit we could make, not only in a 1000 kill basis from these steel dragons, but also hour to hour, seeing the profit. You know, are these worthwhile to kill compared to the alternative like brutal black dragons or green dragons, you know, the 2 most popular money makers, as it goes for all the dragons. Should play a drinking game every time you hear the word dragon in this video. Should take a shot. Nah, it's probably not good for your health. Overall though, I would say most players in RuneScape don't kill steel dragons if they're off of a Slayer task, you know, just doing it for fun. I would say almost everyone killing these things are most likely because they were assigned it for Slayer. It is 262 Slayer XP per kill. The only downside is they do take a while to actually kill. The Slayer masters that can assign you them is Neve, Steve, Konar, Cheldar, and Duradel. So very common Slayer task. It's also a very common blocked Slayer task. And if you do the Elite Karamja Diary, which notes the steel bars from these steel dragons in the Brimhaven dungeon, it's almost pointless because in this area, the Brimhaven dungeon, there's so many iron dragons around those steel dragons that that diary perk is actually useless. So until they change that, I would say the ideal place to kill them would be in the Catacombs of Koren. There is 2 spawns here, so if there is someone else here, you should definitely hop worlds. There's 13 spawns in the Brimhaven dungeon, 4 of them being in the main dungeon and 9 being in the task only area. So if you do have this as a task and you do have the diaries complete, be sure to check out the Brimhaven dungeon. It does say the average kill is worth 9.5k. I imagine that's with the bones and the bars included though. Obviously, if you can't afford a Dragon Hunter Lance, just make sure to bring a Hosta. You know, most people do bring magic here. I do see people use range as well, you know, good to safe spot. If you want the most profit though, then melee will save you the most on supplies. The supply cost for this video was relatively cheap, seeing as we were using the construction cape to teleport, and all I was really using was prayer potions and occasionally the super combats and anti-fires. So for once, the drop table of this monster is actually pretty good. The weapons and armor are mostly rune. You can expect a rune full helm for 1 in 128. The rune axe is 1 in 64. Rune mace is actually 1 in 32. 2. All of these are great alchables, and you know, as it goes for the ammunition, you can expect rune knives and rune darts that are poisoned. The lowest alchable they have is an adamant kite shield. It's only 3k, so wouldn't really recommend you pick up that, but obviously I did. They also drop rune bolts in a quantity of 2 to 12 and rune javelins in a quantity of 7. So, you know, I really like the price of the rune items compared to Addy. They're much more expensive and really stackable over time, so you will see that profit guaranteed in every single bit of the ammunition and even the alchables. And the rarest drop of them all would be the Draconic Visage, 1 in 10,000. That is always the main goal for any dragon that we're killing, whether it's on a main or an Iron Man account. I mean, you just can't beat seeing a Visage on the ground. It's such a great drop. So that was the main goal for this video, and also just to see the profit in general. Alright, just got a Visage. That was very unexpected. I was not even recording live, but I had to turn on live commentary for this one. Yeah. Draconic Visage from a Steel Dragon. I think this is kill 115 or so of the video. I was just AFKing on the alt, and yeah. Wow, that is incredible. That is so cool to see. It's only 4 mil, but you know, it doesn't really matter about the price. It's just really cool to see that on the ground after all these years. But anyway, yeah, I was just doing some redwoods on No Sleep, and then killing some zombie pirates on the other No Sleep. Hope you guys are enjoying the video so far. Let's see if we can't get another one. That would be incredible. But yeah, shout out to the Visage. Always a great drop. Very nostalgic. And we will go ahead and bank that. Yeah, I really wanted to kind of surprise you guys with live commentary. Usually I only do that for clue scroll openings at this point in the loot series. But anytime I get a rare drop, I'll always try to throw on the microphone. It was awesome to see that. I think I've said it like 5 times now. Really, the only other rares that you can expect, other than, of course, the Draconic Visage, would be the Dragon Plate Skirt and the Dragon Plate Legs, which are 1 in 128, almost exactly the same price at 161k. Those aren't as rare as the drop on screen here, the Elite Clue Scroll, 1 in 500 for that, although the Hard Clue Scroll is only 1 in 64. That's interesting. I wonder why that's not 1 in 128. Well, either way, all the Elites and Hards that we did get throughout this video, I did complete them, in hopes, of course, of getting Masters from them as well, but you will see that at the very end. It took me a couple hundred kills to actually do the first clue scroll because I was focusing on a different account, but yeah, needless to say, we did all the clue scrolls. There is some food drops from these steel dragons. You know, a lot of monsters in RuneScape always have those weird food drops. Here you can expect curry in a quantity of 1 to 2. It's about 900 GP each, and it does sell, but if you do want to eat it, if you need HP, you can always do that. And as mentioned in the beginning of the video, since we were in the catacombs of Korinth, the Dark Totem base, middle, and top, all at a 1 in 250 drop rate, were obtainable here. So that's nice. You know, it's always nice to get a little bit of a bonus. You can kind of interpret a full Dark Totem being a Scotizo kill, being a guaranteed clue scroll, and like another 100k there. So everything really does add up. If you do get assigned these on Konar Slayer, you can expect a lot of Brimstone keys. I vividly remember always getting them every time I got this task assigned, because they're such high combat that the odds of you getting them are much higher than usually any other task. Also managed to pick up 100 noted silver ore, and this is 1 in 2048. Ring of Wealth does have an effect on certain drops, but since I was using a Berserker Ring imbued, it really had no impact on this video. Did get a couple nature talismans, which are 1 in 1200, as well as a rune 2H, which was 1 in 1300. And although these drop coins and they are AFK, and if you do decide to actually do these for, you know, profit, not being on task, I would still go with a ring that gives nice stab bonus. DPS is very important here. These steel dragons have 235 defense. That's over 99 times 2, so that's a big number, and you really got to have a lot of bonus in order to penetrate them. So yeah, make sure to either have max strength with you, always be potted. If you want to try out range here, I've never seen anyone use a twisted bow. I've only seen Dragon Hunter crossbows, so maybe that works pretty well. And of course, mage is best in slot, so just keep that in mind. Always important to know which is better versus what is going to save you time versus what is going to save you the most money. Melee being the most money saving, and magic being the most time saving. Well, with all that being said, it looks like we got a nice pair of Dragon Plate Legs, and also had to finish a hard clue scroll. A lot of wilderness steps, I gotta say. Do not enjoy doing those. Too lazy to always bank the gear, you know? Always gotta run the risk of losing a huge amount of money while doing a wilderness step. And here we are, ladies and gentlemen. Loot from 1000 steel dragons has been completed. Tracked with all the dragon bones, of course, from 1 to 1000. It is time to do the price check. We got a lot of defense XP in the making this video. Overall, this did take about 30 to 35 hours to complete. Wasn't really getting many kills per hour due to the fact that Steel Dragons have such high defense, so use magic and you can complete this much faster. The overall loot from the very first price check, 1000 bones, and all of the alchables, including the dragon items, the gems, the rune bars, all come out to be 7 mil. This, of course, is rounded up, and, you know, in coins, you can expect just about 100k. Now we move on to the second price check. This is the Draconic Visage. This is all of the uncommon and rare drops. Unfortunately, the Visage isn't as much as it used to be, but rounded up, we will just go ahead and call that 4 million. So overall loot from 1000 Steel Dragons comes out to be 11 mil. And now we're going to cue the live commentary. All right, let's go ahead and open these clue scrolls, see what we get. Hard clue scrolls first, elites after that. All right, not bad. Still pretty good. And okay. Overall above average. Now we'll do the elites. Hopefully we get something shiny, something good. Okay. Just on average there. Alright. And third age longsword right here. Of course not. Okay, well, overall loot from the Steel Dragons was, you know, a little rounded up, of course, but 11 mil. And the overall loot from the clue scrolls, 692k, we'll call it 700. So 11.7 mil from 1000 Steel Dragons. Also got one Dark Totem. We hit the rare drop table on the Visi, on the Silver Ore, the Javelins, and the Arrows. So yeah, we also got a Rune 2H. Really got lucky on this one. The RNG was on point. I really do like this. Again, if you were to pick up the steel bars, you know, I don't think anyone in their right mind would actually do it, but you would have gotten, you know, you look at the price of a steel bar these days. If I can type, my god, this is terrible. And it's at 300. Oh wow, it's only at 382. Yeah, don't even pick those up. That's not even worth it. If they were 1k each like they used to be long time ago, then maybe you can pick those up. Overall though, that's about it. Thank you guys very much for watching the video. This is probably the last video you'll see on this account for a little bit. Think I'm gonna try to do an Iron Man video on the side. If not, I'll just come back to this and we'll do something AFK. Until next time, guys, thank you so much. Mr. No Sleep out.